AI companion. What? I don't want no AI companion.
And why did it not automatically populate my screen? That's how I operate. It populates itself. The Chrome browser, when I start it up, it populates itself. What is your problem? Why has I've been synced for years?
Hello, Art.
Hey there, how you doing?
I just installed a new version of Zoom and now I have an AI companion.
Oh yeah? So you are now officially artificially intelligent, right?
And I also have a summary button. I'm not sure I want to click on either one of those.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So this is the latest and greatest Zoom?
I just installed it like 2 minutes ago, so
Okay, well, that's great.
I
I
don't
have
know if it's the latest
I
and
have
greatest, but it came right from the website. So
I have not upgraded mine for I don't think I've upgraded since I've been back in California, so uh, I will have to do that before next week.
okay, let's see here. I clicked on summary. It says enable meeting summary with AI companion. Meeting summary uses AI technology, which may include third-party modules. Zoom does not use audio, video, chat, blah, blah, blah. You train Zoom or third-party AI. Okay, it doesn't use stuff to train. We'll be sending meeting summaries, invites after the meeting ends. Anyone who receives a meeting summary may save and share it with apps. The owner can access the meeting summary. By clicking enable, the web setting for this feature will be enabled for your account, and the feature will be turned on for this meeting and available for hosts to turn on in the future. I probably ought to talk to Steve about that since.
So you control it as the host. You do not. It's not controlled by any of the participants.
Uh, I guess so. I guess it's a host thing, but I probably need to ask Steve what he can do about it.
Okay, I'm getting some echo there, by the way.
Yeah, he should have just Jim was having a little bit of a Chrome problem.
I need to mute my speaker since I'm in here with a microphone. I muted it. So it should be as
I think
normal
it's
as
fixed
we get.
now.
This is as normal as I get.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we now have AI Zoom. I saw it announced. It hadn't been announced very long. I think it was only a week or so ago.
I I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean anything. Since I'm on Steve's account using Steve's account, he's the master, so I really don't get Zoom emails anymore.
Oh, okay.
Is AI companion an option or something?
Apparently it's for the host.
So you can shut this off then?
I guess so. Like I said, I think I think I need to, since it's really Steve's account, I guess we need to see what Steve wants to do. I suppose I would play with it if it was there, but not being my account, I'm not going to turn it on if Steve doesn't want it. If that makes sense.
Okay. So you feeling better this week? Last week you had a cold.
So, yeah, we were still sleeping in the draft, so still got a little tickle back there. But it's mostly gone. I'm definitely not sneezing or coughing or doing
We got
any
a
of that
cold
stuff.
virus going around over here.
Yeah,
I haven't been blessed with the cold virus, but a lot of people getting colds over here right now, Art.
Okay. Well,
our
And-
weather has changed enough that one day it's really cold or moderately cold, and the next day it's 90 degrees out. And
yeah, I've been noticing that on my remote. So Ray's trying to get in with his iPhone.
yeah,
I thought he was traveling this week. But
That's when he gets in with his iPhone. Yeah.
maybe Ray will say something. Yeah, he uses his iPhone if he wants to show us his warehouse.
so so what time zone are you in, Ray?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's freaking awesome. I'm I'm in the other time zone,
Which is
you're in China.
China. I'm in China. It is
oh
5 a.m. guys here. So
We're important. We're important.
I simply could not sleep, and I was like, it was like an hour ago. I'm going through all my stuff and text messaging people that are in the United States, and then I started going through my mail, and it's about 5:15. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to put clothing on so that I can be in a meeting. So I would like to do this. Like, I gotta put some clothes on. Oh, this is funny.
We have to
So
be thank you for that. Yes.
that is a
So-
meeting requirement. You have to have clothes on.
so which is which city are you in, Ray?
Well, I went to Shanghai for a trade expo. They called it an expo. It's not really a conference because we don't have meetings. But it's called Sign China, where they show off all the sign manufacturing capabilities, the CNC routers, laser machines, parts, accessories, small laser machines, giant laser machines, middle laser machines, laser welding, laser cutting, laser spray cleaning. Gosh, there's a lot of stuff that they're doing there. Sign like channel letter bending, channel letter manufacturing, channel letter 3D printing, large scale printing, UV printing, direct to garment, direct to film. So new UV lasers, UV printable stuff, UV 3D stuff. I didn't see any subsurface 3D printing this year. I think that kind of fizzled out as far as as if it were a new upcoming technology. But yeah, a lot of gosh, it's huge. We were only in 3 buildings out of 17 permanent buildings. In addition to the 17 permanent buildings, they put up I think 9 temporary buildings. And I don't mean tents. I mean a building the size of an elementary school. and I am blown away. The size of the building, but it is the Shanghai New International whatever
It says I'm
conference
sharing.
show.
Oh, there it is.
I thought you were gonna bring up a picture of a raccoon. Ruin my day.
You're not down there to see the, I mean, the Robot Expo is over, right?
There's an expo like everywhere all the time.
All the time.
It just depends on which one you want to see and what city you're in. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was the laser expo and Sign China that I wanted to see. I didn't realize it, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was also a woodworking machinery expo in the same city. I didn't even know it until like Wednesday afternoon, and I just had already made up my schedule. I didn't want to go ahead and just drive over there or take a taxi over there. Taxis are not that expensive here. Hotels are not that expensive here. Food is not expensive. It's kind of crazy. Most people here are on bicycles or walking. Then you switch over to cars, and it's like everybody is driving a super expensive, really nice car here. It's very, very crazy. Maybe I'm just a different part of town where I don't see the old cars. But excuse me. So I went from Shanghai. I took a train for 5 hours and went to north up past Beijing. I was going to stop in Beijing, but I only had one company I wanted to see. So I just spent a whole bunch of time talking to them at the trade show. So I passed up Beijing, went to Jinan. And Jinan is a touch cooler, but everything is hot over here right now as far as the weather. But Jinan is a real hot spot for laser machine manufacturing and a lot of other machine manufacturing. So it's kind of like in the United States, if you talk about automobile manufacturing, you're not talking about Savannah, Georgia. You're talking about Dayton, Ohio, Detroit, Chicago, stuff like that.
Kentucky.
Yeah, it's getting there. But the real big ones have been Chicago. You're when you talk about Silicon Valley and all the technology and stuff, you're definitely thinking about that part of California. But they're getting ready to make that giant chip manufacturing place in just east of Columbus, Ohio. So that's gonna change Ohio, I think. But anyway, so I'm in Jinan. I took the train, and I've got 2 factories I saw yesterday. I got 2 more set for today. I've got 2 more set for Saturday, and then on Saturday evening, I'm going to take an 11-hour train ride down to Shenzhen. And then in Shenzhen, they have the electronics. It's like a mega center. I don't know if you guys have any idea what that is. You could think of it like a 5-story mall. It's just huge, and every store wants to sell you electronics, quadcopters, and robots, and light up shoes, and
All at
phone
affordable
cases,
prices.
and yeah, all at god awful stupid prices. It's but it is supposed to be like the toy and electronics gadget center of China. So and there's 1 to 2 companies in Shenzhen that I want to talk to. One is the software and laser controller company. The other one is just a laser manufacturer. And both of them have offered to be my guide, walking me around this mega art center or mega electronic center. So then after that, I'll be going to Huzhou, China, for half a day, and then from there go back to Shanghai, and from Shanghai I'll fly to Fayetteville, South Carolina, and my wife's going to pick me up there for vacation. So
You're gonna need one by that time.
yeah, my my sleep schedule is so messed up. Thank you very much. That's the homage to Ray and hating raccoons. Oh gosh. Yeah. My fans, those are my loyal fans.
Those
Thank
are
you.
your fans.
How's the last club meeting? Yeah.
That's my peeps, the club meeting peeps. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Lord. All right. Oh, I'd show you guys my hotel room, but I don't think you care. It's just another hotel room. I mean, it's in China, all the hotels have like granite floors, and the bathrooms are decked out in granite. They're amazing. Yeah, I'm sure you've got some lower end hotel rooms, but I mean, a hotel room, all even the nice hotel rooms are like $70. I'm talking like a 4-star, 5-star hotel room is $70, and this one I think is right around $60, $55, $60, and it's pretty nice. The nice thing about this one is that we don't have any major trade events that are immediately close, so the price was not jacked up high. But they drop off fresh fruit every morning in the room, so there's a plate full of grapes and banana and a pear. Bottled water is all complimentary, and some cookies and snacks they bring to the room. Breakfast is free, included with the room. And breakfast is like a buffet at O'Charlie's or something. It's just incredible. I took some photos, but yeah, it's just amazing. The breakfast bar and all the different foods. Obviously, I don't even want to try most of the food that they're offering, but at least it's there. It's interesting. Wow. Talking with the different laser machine companies has been very successful. I'm very optimistic about the business that's going on here, the new machines, the pricing structures, the new features that are in the machines, and above all, the willingness for the Chinese factories to work towards higher quality, more features. I tell them towards the beginning of the conversation, I'm not here to beat you down on price. I want everybody to make money and to be happy about it. And the concern that I have is that we want to not just get greedy and try to make a bunch of money. I want you to make a better product and to really have a better laser machine that everybody can be proud of. And the result is that we become more popular, we get better business, and we all make more money and continue growing. And they've been very receptive of that, and smiles, and because of the emphasis on having better business, they just want to eat up my time. And I tell them, hey, I've scheduled 4 hours to be with you, and it really should only take 2 hours. And they're like, oh, but we want to have lunch, and we want to take you visiting this area, and we want to take you for a walk down the city. And like, I don't need to go walk in the city, and I don't need to have lunch with food that I don't want to eat. Like, I just want to look at your laser machines. I want to look at what kind of stock inventory you have. I want to see your designs. I want to know that you have documented schematics, that your engineers are adequate, that you have, certain certifications. It's like, I don't need to just sit around a room and everybody laugh and joke. I was like, I need to get going to the next place. So what ended up happening today was, like, I had one company that just, they basically held me hostage for 7 hours. Like, no, I need to go. I need to go. Like, you guys do this, I'm gonna drop all my stuff and I'm just gonna go get in a taxi and leave. Like, I gotta go. But it ended up working out good. I told them, I have limited space in my luggage, and they still want to give you, here's a bag full of tea and a box of Chinese gifts. And I'm like, no. So
You're gonna have to find a UPS store and send it.
oh, no. I have two good friends I've been friends with for like 15 years, and in this city. And I told him, I was like, hey, do you want this stuff? Do you want this expensive tea? I don't want it. You want this other? Just don't tell anybody I gave it to you.
The UPS store comes when you go and see the electronics mecca.
Really? Mecca. That's a good word for it.
You're going to an electronics mecca. You're going to need like a small boat to bring all your stuff off.
Small boat. Just a 20-foot shipping container, right?
Or two.
So
I actually wait to see what you end up coming back with.
You're interested, huh?
Yeah. I've always heard that if you want to get electronics at a really good price, you either go to Japan or China.
Shenzhen. That is, I'm serious, man. I planned this whole trip. I was like, I got to go to the sign China and Shanghai. I need to go, visit all the people I wanted to in Jinan. I would love to see the Great Wall of China, but it's not in the business trip. I feel like as many times I've been to China, I'm upset that I haven't gotten to see the Great Wall of China. I think that would be really cool.
One day you'll be able to plan to go see it.
Yeah, I think next year, if business is better, if I got more time, then I probably will bring Aiden, or I don't know, maybe one of my daughters will want to come. That's always more fun. But,
Are you going for that new style? Right? Is that your new hairstyle?
No.
No.
What is that?
It's just what they call it is a mullet.
Mullet.
Mullet. Well, the
You got the
mullet
side
wasn't
shaved
quite
already.
that short on the side. I don't think the mullet was quite that short on the side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it could be. It depends on who you had to your mullet.
Yeah, you got a party in the back. Yeah. There you go. There's another mullet. These are 2023 mullets here. So it's, yeah. Oh yeah, that would look good on you, Ray, there. What do you think?
Nah.
Now I gotta figure it out.
I think next year, if things are really good, I think things should calm down by then, because all of my building projects are coming to completion. So I'm not so stressed out about the different building projects. But then again, I could buy another building between now and then.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah, you have to rule that out.
I've got one building that is up for sale, and I'm hoping that sells, but I hate reducing the number of buildings because that's a really good residual income. And buildings are not going to get cheaper in 10 years. I've learned that.
No,
I missed out on a building last year. It was about 9 months ago. I should have bought it, and I've been kicking myself ever since I found out that I missed it. So I didn't have to wait 10 years to figure out that I missed out on a good opportunity.
Mm.
As soon as I realized I missed it, that's when I've been kicking myself since then. But whatever. Right. Yeah. If you guys ever run into a building that's for sale, keep it to yourself. Don't tell me. Yeah.
yeah, we just sold
Are
some
you guys
property.
looking for
Yeah.
anything?
We just sold some property. Yeah,
I
You
mean,
did.
right away for Todd Hunter.
M5 stack stuff, just about anything M5 stack.
Yeah.
I don't know what their prices are in China, but you know, their microcontrollers with the screens and everything go for anywhere from like about $80 cheap to or less for
Well, why don't you send me a list of things that you're interested in? And I mean, if I find some M5 stack for $5, $3, something like that.
Oh, that would be
you
awesome.
never know what you're gonna find.
That would be awesome. Okay.
I mean,
I'll have to make
whenever you're
sure I
buying
get
stuff
home.
from China, they know that they're including the cost of shipping
Okay.
when they're sending it to the United States. It's just part of it, and that's probably one of the most expensive parts of items from China is that they're including shipping. And if I'm standing there and they have 10,000 of them and they just want me to get a sampling of it, they might be tempted to sell me something for $3, $5, or hey, here's a free sample.
Or cost or whatever.
Yeah, at cost. Yeah. You never know.
When I get home tonight, I will send you a list.
Okay, that's good.
Because
Got a few days.
I have a whole list of M5 stack stuff that I would like, but it's all at home on the other computer.
Okay, send me some pictures too, because to be honest, I don't know what it looks like. That way, if I'm walking by a counter and I recognize what it looks like, I can ask, because I'm not going to be able to read most of the labels.
I'm with you. I understand.
I can read some pricing. It's interesting when you go to the mall here. The malls are just massive compared to the United States. Even the biggest malls in the United States don't compare to the malls that are here. I mean, granted, you've got 6 times as many people in China as we do in the USA. So.
Generally, they'll look like that. That will be one of their core devices, and then they stack, which is part of where the name comes from.
Yeah.
So I'll send you pictures and everything, but they're usually microcontrollers with some sort of screen on them. They're, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches across.
Yeah.
So I'll send you some stuff now. See if they are in the expo or in the Mecca.
The Mecca.
That's where they're located at is right there. So
trying to figure out who that was in the room, but it's Ray.
Yep.
When did he come in?
Ray magically transported from China.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Pass it around. Yeah.
but it's 5 o'clock in the morning over there.
Yes. That's why I said it's the other time zone.
Yeah, look. Yeah, you're like exactly opposite us. You're a whole day ahead of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So how you doing, Art? You're all healed up and stuff?
No, I'm 12 hours ahead.
Just 12 hours. Okay,
Yeah, 12 hours ahead, not a whole day.
not a whole day.
That quite would not be possible.
Hey, Art, how you doing? You got your illnesses taken care of back in the
Oh
south?
yeah. Oh, that the UTI that I had was done by last week actually. No, when I left to go to the doctor, I got 7 days worth of antibiotic, and frankly, by the third or fourth day, I was pretty much cured. But I had to take, when they give you antibiotic now, they want you to take the full course. So, but that was resolved a week ago. So
Good. How's mom doing?
well, we're now on, I think, the fourth or fifth department at this point because there's a number of things going on simultaneously. And part of it is she had to get some counseling to calm her down because she was pretty wound up from all of the problems that she was having. She was having shooting pains up the back of her skull, and they were just completely disabling her.
Wow.
So she is at this point a work in process, but it's a work in process where it is my personal forecast is that it's very possible we won't be back in Milford this year. So
I have sympathy for pain. I got sciatica, and that nerve, that's a doozy there.
yeah, this is down your back and down your legs.
It's mainly in the left hip down, going down the left leg. Yeah, that's its favorite path when it comes and visits. It stays for a while.
Yeah, she has that, but that's pretty much under control. But she was getting a shooting pain up. They call it a something or another neuralgia, but it was going from the base of her skull all the way up across and almost to her forehead.
Wow.
And when it hit her, one thing I was concerned about is she insists on driving, and I figured if one of those hit her while she was out on the road, that wouldn't be good. But so far, they blocked the nerve.
I've seen stuff like that. I was going to say, I've seen stuff like that from a misaligned back or misaligned neck. And it's
Well, this
a
is
tension
actually
nerve.
above her neck. This starts at the base of her skull and goes, so it's not actually going across any of her vertebrae or whatever. So, at any rate, we're working on it, and they've got her in physical therapy, and she's got all these exercises she has to do. And then they blocked a nerve last week, and so, as I say, it's a work in process at this point, but it's the kind of work in process which I suspect is going to continue for several months at this point. So, and it was really disabling when she have these strikes of almost lightning back up her head.
Yeah, I've had a friend of mine lost her sight, and it was the neck.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So this is a pinched nerve?
it was a misalignment in I'm not sure it was the neck, it was the back or neck. Chiropractor took her, boom, come back. She couldn't see.
Wow.
Came back the next day, perfect, no problem.
Huh. Well, the minute you start playing with the electronic system of the of the body, I mean, we all know how things can get screwed up in wiring. We certainly are very familiar with that. But when the wiring is in your body, it can get really messed up.
Mm.
Yeah, that pain, I believe that pain is serious. Just sciatica is just amazingly painful.
So can you walk when you get attacked, or do you have to go in a wheelchair?
No, it's not that bad. It's let up quite a bit now. I'm slowly getting better, but it's just very painful.
Are you continuing to be treated?
Yeah, it will go away. This I had it 20 years ago. He came and visited for 6 months, a year, and the doctor, general practitioner's got some arthritis stuff, which seems to help out. I need to put some more of that on it. Seems to help. You can use
this is topical or internal?
Yes, topical.
Okay. I use something that has lidocaine in it when I have a pain in my shoulders called I don't remember what it's called, but it's a cream that has lidocaine in it, and does a pretty good job of but my wife has she comes from a family that has a lot of arthritis.
Yeah,
And
probably knows what it's Volare or something like that. Volare is, and it has I think it's several painkillers in it, like NSAIDs and a couple others. It's across the counter now, but it does seem to help. You can do treatments a day. But it's so much better now. I don't hardly notice it. I realize there's some pain there now, but it's so much better that I'm in heaven here. It's nothing. Your wife's probably when she has a pain, it's very serious.
Yeah.
This is very serious too, but not quite that bad. And now it's just minor. It's a 4,
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's particularly a problem flying because these days the seats are pretty small.
Oh yeah.
And you sit in this one position for seems like hours. I guess it is hours. And she's pretty uncomfortable when we get off the plane. We try to do our flights in two, where we fly to someplace intermediate like SFO to Denver and then Denver to CVG, or the one that's less appealing is where we go through Milwaukee. And
Stay out of DFW. Oh, I hate DFW.
yeah, but
Dallas.
Fort Worth, but that's not that the SFO to DFW is almost as long as a straight flight into CVG. It from that takes us south and then back north again. So I've gone that route several times, but I don't think that Barbara's ever gone that route.
I think my wife sends me that direction because it's the price. DFW is a hub.
Yeah. Of course, you're flying first class, I assume.
I fly economy when I pay for economy, okay, and about every fifth or sixth flight they'll have spaces open in first class, and just because of having so much status or like experience in it, frequent flyer miles, frequent customer appreciation kind of thing, they just automatically upgrade me to either business economy or they'll upgrade me to first class. Earlier this year, I had saved up so many tickets or so many Sky Miles that I bought 2 extra tickets, and I sent me and 2 of my friends to Las Vegas for one of the trade shows, and that really pounded a dent in my total amount of Sky Miles. I was really surprised at how many it cost me, but we're working back up, and I'm getting my status built back up so that I can get that frequent flyer appreciation upgrades.
What carrier do you typically use?
I used to bounce around, and we found that just on the normal, the reliability, all the amenities, we stick with American Airlines. You hear all kinds of other people complaining about, oh, there's a delay and I'll never fly with them again. I think that's crap. American Airlines does a fantastic job for keeping control of where your luggage is at. Everybody's very hospitable. I think the costs are comparative or better than many other airlines. I'm not getting charged for every little thing. I'm not getting nickel and dimed. And the aircraft is good. I admit every once in a while, I'll get a delay. I think the worst was like basically they told me go home, come back, try again tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. I was like, holy crap! I'm glad I am in my home city. But I think within the past year, I had a 4-hour delay. But that happens. They reschedule, but I'd rather have a delay than somebody put me on an unsafe airplane.
Well, that's true. Yeah, as long as you don't get one of these deals where they leave you sitting on the tarmac for 4 or 5 hours.
Nah. The longest I've ever been sitting on the tarmac was like 30 minutes. That's just because we caught a headwind or a tailwind. We got there early, and there was another aircraft at our specific gates. And the aircraft was so big that they couldn't put us at another appropriate gate.
So what do you eat if you don't like to eat the Chinese stuff that you were talking about?
I have an apple, grapes, rice, fried egg, They have tater tots, bread, toast, bottled water. They have orange Fanta, the soda drink.
Mhm.
Oh, yesterday I got a really good surprise. I thought I picked up a bottle of Coca-Cola, and it was not Coca-Cola. It was something. It was a soda drink, but it was not Coca-Cola. Yeah, the different companies, they want to, yeah, they're trying to show appreciation for establishing business. Okay, so they want to take you out to dinner because it's like everybody in China says they solidify a friendship and a new business, through, hey, let's go have dinner. Let me show you this area. Being hospitable. So they're like, here's some Peking duck, and here's some miniature chickens. But let me tell you, the stack of miniature chickens, yeah, I think they plucked the feathers off and just dropped them into the deep fried oil. Okay. With the heads on, the eyeballs in, the feet, the toes, everything.
Sounds delicious. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Just a stack of duck, dude, stack of small chickens. So you got to pick through these small chickens to get a little bit of meat. And I remember a couple years ago, I just wasn't thinking that they really would do this. And so I've got my plastic knife and my little plastic fork that I brought with me, and I'm trying to cut into the head of the chicken. And they were just laughing at me like, what are you doing? You don't really eat the head. It's just the reason they show the head is because it's a sensitive part of the chicken that if it's old, that part will deteriorate faster. And it's like showing proof that this is a fresh chicken that you can eat. And so
Yes, there's
it's
some
more of a
logic.
status thing than a food. It's not food.
So don't they serve you chicken feet and so forth and so on?
Yep, they have chicken neck and chicken feet, and I have to be careful. I don't want to eat that.
We
But
call chicken
deep
neck
fried
gizzard.
fish. Deep fried fish is hilarious because I think that fish is alive when they drop him in the oil. They batter him and drop him in. It's crazy. I just don't even know what to think about it. In the United States, we think about eating fish. It's something that's been filleted, and they separate the meat, and
Pull the
you
bones
cook the
out.
meat. Here they're just like, hey, drop Nemo in the bucket.
Don't they have some American restaurants there or Americanized?
They have Americanized
They
restaurants.
have
Yeah,
McDonald's there.
they have McDonald's, and they have KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I'm sure they have a few others. But like today, I went to KFC because I kept telling them, like, I want simple food. I just want simple food. I don't want to eat some crazy, traditional Chinese, cooking, Dory and Nemo in the, you're killing me. So they're like, okay, we'll go to the mall and we can have KFC. So we went to the mall. They ordered some food from KFC. I was like, okay, well, I'll just eat whatever comes from KFC. No big deal. And they give you plastic gloves because they say, the idea is finger licking good, right? So in China, there's like taboo to use plastic forks and plastic spoons because it's all disposable and you're creating all this trash. They don't want to do it. So you've got reusable chopsticks everywhere. And so the chopsticks get cleaned and reused at the nicer restaurants, or you get nothing at a fast food restaurant. You might get a napkin, you get some plastic gloves, and they're like the thinnest, cheapest plastic gloves. And so you're supposed to pull apart the chicken and eat it right there. And it looked like literally they took the chicken. In this case, they chopped the head off, sliced it in half, and dropped it in the bucket of grease. Okay, and it cooked it. And you're supposed to, like, this filleted, pulled open chicken. You're supposed to just pull it apart and chew it up and pick out all the bones and everything. When I got done with it, I was like, I'm still hungry, and there's a pile of bones in front of me. This is just weird. They had the typical chicken sandwich, or what we would hope is the typical chicken sandwich. But it tastes different because of their processing methods. The cheese tastes different. All the milk is a completely different ideology. They don't really have cereal. It's a weird thing for them because Western American, we think of cereal, we're gonna pour milk in it, and they're just like, what's milk? Why are you pouring it in with this tiny little cracker rice crispy thing? So, it's different for them. We were gonna go to Pizza Hut, okay, and there was like an hour and a half wait for Pizza Hut. It's not fast food anymore. And there's a fad lately that instead of traditional Chinese food, a lot of the younger people, they want to eat it's like ramen in a styrofoam bowl. They just, add in a hot water and wait a minute and start eating this ramen, and it's got different, there's like all different flavors and styles of this stuff here now. And it's interesting, but I guess that just tells me that the younger generation is in a hurry and they want flavor, but I don't see any nutritional value in this, like, ramen. And ramen is an American brand. I don't know what the Chinese brand of this noodle plus water in a plastic styrofoam bowl is, but I did figure out why Chinese people are so thin, because
They don't eat.
Chinese people, they eat all their food with two sticks, and whatever they can squeeze between the two sticks, that's what they get to eat. Okay, and in the United States, we eat with a miniature shovel. Okay?
Yeah.
And a stabber. A trident. Stab that. Oh, it's Vicente.
So we can go back to mode
Yeah,
A.
I can fix that.
Hey, that's impressive.
Love Vicente.
Hey, Vicente.
Hi, Art.
I'm pulling everything around.
Hi, right.
Okay, I think I'm gonna claim the record for the farthest person to join the meeting.
Yeah, that's as far. You can't go much further on this planet anyway. Of course,
Yeah.
sometimes I think maybe he's from that other planet or something.
We might be from outer space. I wouldn't be surprised.
You try one of those.
Well, couple of years from now, it might be from
Those are fruit.
the moon.
From the moon. Yeah.
These are definitely not if it's fruit.
Hey, if we had somebody check in from the space station, I know it's not farther away, but I would give up my my distance.
Your title.
Yeah, the title of farthest one. Yeah.
Actually, if he checked in from the space station, he'd be the fastest moving person ever to check in. So You could still
I'll
hold
see
your
if I
title
can
of
check
the
in from an
furthest.
airplane sometime.
Yeah. You could still hold your title as the furthest person to check in.
20 something thousand miles.
Yeah. Come and go in a matter of a couple minutes. Past the. So. What's going on, Mr. Vicente?
I'm working with mostly electronic stuff.
MOSFETs?
And systems.
Low power.
Huh?
Low power.
Low
Well,
power.
these days,
Very,
it's
very
not
low
just
power.
low power, yeah. Can be high power with a MOSFET.
I'm trying to program the tiny 10. It's a microcontroller with 6 pins. You can use the reset pin, reprogram the fuses, but to recover, you need to apply 12 volts to the pin. So I am dealing with the voltage and driving the voltage to reprogram the. So, but the price is almost the same as the AP Tiny 13. But you have 8 pins, so maybe you have a space problem to put this thing, but the price is almost the same.
And the AT Tiny is easy to program.
And I bought a kit to use the RISC-V microcontroller that cost 10 cents.
Yeah.
Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll be dealing with it. It has like 16K of flash, 2K of RAM, and all the stuff, unlock inputs and timers and everything else.
Right.
For 10 cents.
I am my microphones are in the States right now. They are somewhere between I think New York. I think they came in New York port and here. They cleared customs.
What kind of microphones?
They got the analog out.
Analog.
Yeah, they got the
I
analog.
tried like a dozen of them, and the best one was from Adafruit.
Yeah,
But
I
changed to the I2S protocol. Like you don't need to deal with the analog stuff, and the weight is perfect with the I2S bus.
I'm trying to duplicate what the fire had. So I guess I'm being stubborn. Because the I2S bus is being used to drive the TV display. Well, I'm not sure I could put a microphone on there.
No, but they use the I2S for speakers and microphones, mainly for audio.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why they chose to drive the TV display with the I2S
with the channel. Because you can send a lot of bits very fast.
That's
and they send the video signals in this bus.
Yeah.
But it's like a hack, you know.
Yeah, that's
What is this?
That's ESP32 Tiny.
Mm.
An ESP32 Tiny.
Yeah, let me put it up.
The antenna, little thing, or not crystal.
I'll put it up on the screen here in a second. Soon as my sanity returns to me.
Oh wow. That's tiny.
Is that a thumb?
Yep.
Ground.
or a naked foot. The bottom.
Yeah. Can't see what it actually says. Oh, it's a C3. There is a, okay, 3 volt ground and
ESCP 0203.
Yeah, 03, 3.3, ground and back.
back. Okay. So they've only really broke out one pin.
Hmm. 5mm square package. Okay.
There is no antenna. Maybe in the back or
There's
what is it used for? The surprise is the lack of any antenna. No, this don't support the Wi-Fi nor Bluetooth. No antenna.
Yeah, lack of antenna, okay.
It's just a brick.
yeah, that doesn't seem very useful.
A brick.
A tiny brick. It's a tiny brick.
How much?
They don't say.
It's somebody designed the board and everything. It's Paul's project.
They just want to make it small.
They just wanted to make it as small as they could.
Oh, okay. Well, you can if you take everything off of it. Yes, it's awful tiny.
Probably the tiniest useful one I've seen is
You like the cubic connector instead of the groove. Tiny.
probably the tiniest useful ESP32 I've seen is probably that.
I have this. I have a couple of those.
They can't see it. I'm going to make them see it.
Where is
You
Ray?
have to see it.
Ray is in a hotel,
Ray is in China.
China. Oh, what time is there now?
5 a.m.
AM.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why it looks so ragged. Look
Do you
at
have coffee there?
Thanks a lot.
It's probably closer to 6 now.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You are
$5. Okay.
your life clock.
That's an M5. That's one of their old ones. You probably could find a bunch of those really cheap, right?
What would you consider really cheap? A quarter?
A quarter a piece, yeah.
They're $5 over here, man.
They sell reels of these things without the plastic case on them. They sell reels of them for like $20.
The entire reel?
Yeah, I think the reel has. I think it has 20 or 25 on it, and it's like $20.
Okay, so are you going to be available for me to send you pictures and ask, hey, do you want one of these? You want one of those?
Well,
You want a reel of this? You want a reel? That?
I will, like I said, I will just email you or text you or something. My
Well,
list.
some of this might be spur of the moment. Do you want this? Do you want that? And, yeah.
They if they have any new arrivals. Nope, nothing new yet. Of course they might actually have new arrivals in China.
Why are you in Shanghai?
I was in Shanghai. Now I'm in Jinan. I'm gonna go down to Shenzhen this weekend.
And in
And-
Shenzhen, he's going to go to
Are
the
you using
electronics.
the train?
Yeah. So, like, let me switch my freaking camera. So right now, like the factories, they keep giving me these stupid boxes full of tea and flowers and more tea and other stuff and toys for my son, and I do not have space for this stuff. I would rather have a box full of electronics. I would rather have a box full of M5 stack and Arduino and that I would put my clothing in the trash.
And giving away everything.
Yeah.
You don't
So he's getting ready to go to that electronics mecca.
Yeah,
mall.
like I said, I would put my own regular clothing in the garbage, and I would rather bring electronics home. Okay? But if I can send it all home by UPS, that would be cool.
That'd be cool. I will. According to M5 Stack, they have some new products that are supposed to drop sometime this month that had looked really, really interesting. But so far they haven't dropped yet. So maybe
you
will.
could compare this to like the pharmaceutical industry. Okay, when the pharmaceuticals start making pills, they make billions of them.
Yeah.
And they'll make extras and extras and extras. So if I'm in Shenzhen and somebody's got an overrun of 10 million M5 stacks, they're going to start selling them stupid cheap. So I might be able to find stuff really, really low price.
Well, I'm
Okay.
I'm going to make a list, and I will even make a list of the new stuff that I'm aware of.
You only need a core
You only need a core.
with a screen and three buttons.
I will make sure to put a couple of cores on there just because. So we could split it out. I actually found an M5 stack core, a core 2 on eBay for $20. Yeah. It was one of the Amazon, one of the yellow ones that was supposed to be for Amazon. And the guy was selling, I mean, it was used, it was pre-owned, and he was selling it for $20. And I said, that's mine. So I grabbed it. So that was a $60 core that they sell on their website for $20. Ray looks like he's out.
I'm not out. I'm just like, okay, that's interesting. Doing the math and thinking I'm not going to be able to, well, I guess while I'm at Shenzhen, I'm going to be looking at stuff. I'm going to look it up on eBay or something to see what the going price is for it. But like I said, I would hope that you could be awake and tell me this is okay, this is not. But
well, yeah, I mean, if it's going to be what time your time?
well, hopefully I'm going to be there during the daylight.
Well, I would hope so.
Oh, there we go.
I will make a concerted effort to stay awake. Just waiting for your texts.
Yeah. Okay.
This will look good to you, Ray? Does that look good to you, or you think you're better off?
The fruit that I just ate, I don't know if it was an apple or a pear. I really don't. So, so the gourmet raccoon, I don't know.
But
Maybe he's smarter than I am. There's still a fruit in that basket. I don't know what it is. It's got some kind of it looks like an oversized lime with, I don't know what it is.
It's one of those, the oversized lime fruit.
I don't know. What is that one fruit that I can't remember where I was at. I was in Hawaii, and it smells horrible, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it tastes great." And it's got like spikes in it.
Dragon fruit.
It's not dragon fruit. That might be a nickname for it, but it's a tarpon fruit or something like that. And I was just like, anything that looks like a spiked ball, whatever, I think it has the intention that you're not supposed to eat it. Okay, I mean it looks like
It is the dragon fruit.
Yeah, I said the same thing about dragon fruit. It's literally telling you don't eat me with all the spikes and
it's like pink, purple, red spike. It smells horrible. Then they say, "Hey, you taste it, and it tastes good." I don't know. I'm not gonna try it.
the dragon fruit is.
So anyway, hey, if I find a really good deal on stuff, like a different controller, do you want me to buy several of them, and we can pass them out to the people in the group and see who wants to do a development on it?
Maybe. I'm pretty much stuck with, or I pretty much have stayed with the ESP32 line. I just like that line. I mean, it's good. I'm sure Vicente likes messing with some of the oddball controllers. But I don't know.
Much stuff.
Yeah. I'm actually, I mean, other than wanting a few of these new M5 stack things, I'm trying to get rid of the stuff. I've still got no room for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I got stuck with some of your stuff.
I know. And I still have more stuff, right? I'm not sticking you completely with all the stuff. I could just drive the car over there and unload it at your front door. When Carol opens up tomorrow morning, she'll have a whole pile of electronics just sitting there.
Yeah. And then she'll still ask me, "How much did you pay for this, Ray? I know you asked for it."
Where did all this stuff come from? It's not in a box or anything.
Well, today I did get to play with a laser that is the same as what I've got at my shop, the same wattage and everything, and they were using nitrogen as a cleaning aid or as a control environment gas. And the thing about nitrogen is that it leaves this nice, pretty, shiny edge.
Oh.
And it cut through this. And this is about the size of a quarter, a thickness of a quarter. And these are obviously not quarters. So this is 1 RMB. It's worth about 16 cents, 15 cents. And then that is 5. It's worth like 70 cents.
It's worth more than I thought it would be.
Well,
that's actually.
I mean, no. Sorry, that's not. That's I'm sorry. That's the one. See, I don't know Chinese money. That's why they keep. I try to pay for stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, put that back in your pocket." This is not 1 RMB. This is 0.1 RMB. So this is closer to
Like a penny?
Nothing.
Like less than a penny?
1.6 pennies.
Yeah.
And this is like 7.5 pennies. That's what it is. Okay.
Ray's
My
trying to pay
bad.
for his lunch with a penny.
This is the budget of the.
That's why I thought everything's so cheap. Okay. So the edge here.
This is the budget for the Leroy stuff.
Yeah. Leroy actually has a halfway decent budget. Leroy has a big list of M5 stack stuff he wants. That he can't.
Just send the list, the ones you don't want. The rest, everything.
Yeah. Oh, here's the stuff that I don't need. Anything else M5 stack, send it.
Okay, so the
Don't
edge
spend
here,
more
back
than
on
$100.
topic. The edge on here is pretty good. You know, it's a nice. It almost like it's been brushed, but this came directly out of the laser, and you might be able to see there on the edge. There's a lead in on the center of that circle, and that is just amazing. That is a smaller hole than I can basically do with my other laser machines, and this is a rough lead in. I'm not going to be using nitrogen because of the cost of nitrogen bottles all the time, and the fact that I've already got my my air compressor connected. But I'm probably going to end up selling the laser machines that I have as fast as I can, because I want to get these other laser machines that are a little bit smaller frame size, and they're 220 single phase. So I want the 220 single phase equipment at my shop. That way I don't have to pay stupid money for 3-phase all the time. But anyway, fun stuff.
I'll design rings that shapes.
That's
So Ray, what was the metal that cutout was made of?
I think this is a stainless steel.
Okay.
The color on it, and the cut, the lack of any kind of oxidation. This is a relatively low grade stainless steel. And here at all the laser factories, they have stacks of these little sheets of stainless steel because they're trying to show off the laser machine's ability to cut something very pretty. And they also have the laser welding machines and the cutting machines. So if I had, a whole bunch of these things, and the welding machine will basically heats up the steel and it heats up the wire, and the wire melts right into the cut or the joint of the two metals, and it flows into the opening by capillary action. But that laser is very hot when it's hitting the metal. I told him I'm not interested in buying a laser welder because I'm worried about the scattered light radiation. I just can't justify it. It seems dangerous to me. But they're over there welding with no glasses, no goggles, and I think they're freaking crazy.
Well, they don't have OSHA to deal with.
The protection against a lightsaber glasses. Bye. Hey, we can make a wheels with the with metal. I'm bending some press, something bending both parts on the rollers. Good business.
we can make
You can
The,
you can manufacture mecha wheels.
the question would be is, can you get them cheaper already pre-made than
Well, they are expensive. Well,
The
the plastic
good-
ones are.
the good ones are expensive. The not so good ones are,
Well, I was thinking the good one.
What are you looking for? Mecanum wheels?
Mecum wheels, yeah.
No, I asking you to manufacture them, to produce them with your machine.
Yeah, you can go over there to my machine and use the machine and manufacture them. And you can
No.
3D print the wheel part.
To inject the rubber barrels. and
Well, it'd be
the
easier
rest
to
can be
3D
metal.
print the wheel part, the actual rubber part, just use a TPU and 3D print. But the hub, so I think there's going to be a few parts of the wheel. The hub, the I don't know, not really like the spokes, but it's the part that would connect the roller. And then you need to print the roller, print the hub, and then you could laser cut the I guess it's like the main body of it.
He's talking about laser cutting the hub.
The holding plates.
The sides.
The
Yeah,
sides, yeah.
on the metal laser.
I agree.
And then you need to go and
You need to bend with a press, bend all the.
yeah.
All the
Well,
points.
if you put relief cuts in the right location, you would be able to bend the metal yourself, with pliers or something. I don't know.
I think you would need to be pretty precise with those. I think it would take a little trial and error to get it right. I don't know.
I agree.
I haven't priced those wheels in a while. Thought the price was coming down on them though. I know the good ones and the big ones are expensive. So it might be cheaper to do to make your own.
I remember I looked for those wheels a long time ago. We were looking at conveyor belts, transfer wheels,
Yeah.
and they're similar, but I don't think that they were quite as rugged as what we found some other stuff. I mean, some of the Mecanum wheels were like $75 or $100 per wheel, and some of the cheap conveyor belt transfer wheels were like $3-4 a wheel.
Well, the transfer wheels aren't Mecum wheels though. They're just omnidirectional wheels.
Okay.
And there is a huge difference between.
You see the metal part?
Mhm. You're talking about that star shaped
Yeah.
with the hex in the middle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, those are metal, right?
Yeah.
The sides are metal, the rollers are injection mold or printed, and then the hub itself is injection mold or printed. I think as
Some sort of plastic.
a group hobby
rubber.
project.
Now, what size does it say those are?
Those cost $47 size. Select. Yeah. Right. 4 inches.
4 inches. Wow. $47. That's just one, or is that for the set?
Then
One.
6 inches, 120 each.
So if we 3D printed
This is
the rollers,
126 inches.
Wow. Yeah, that's
you would have to build, if you're trying to bend it the way you're talking about, you'd have to build some kind of fixture.
Yeah.
And
It's no complex,
60 millimeter. How big is 60
You
millimeter?
can make the fixture with a 3D printer.
6
I
centimeters,
saw-
3 inches.
I saw sheet metal bended using the 3D printed food parts in plastic with 100% infill. They are pretty strong, so you can bend the metal with that.
Yeah, Mecum wheels are not cheap. Pre-owned, these have to be VIX. $75 for pre-owned. What the heck was that?
That's my front door. That's FUFR.
Look this, right? You can make the die with a 3D printer and produce any shape you want. So you have the metal sheet, the laser cutter, and then a press with plastic dies. Plastic to 3D printer. What you can do with metal? Bend metal.
I have a ShopBot. I know. Yeah, it's a ShopBot. 1824 CNC router, and it is able to engrave, cut, mill out whatever aluminum or brass. So that might be a better option than trying to 3D print a form.
3D print dies.
I understand.
Yeah.
I've made some stamps, and you're trying to press into leather and stuff with 3D printing, with nylon, with ABS. I think that it's not going to have ability to bend more than 10 times. I want to be able to bend it 100 times without destroying the mold.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it depends on if it's sheet aluminum, if it's
they put the plastic inside a power and put it in the oven for an hour or something to make all the molecules melt without deforming the piece. You have the 3D part, and you have a power where you put the part inside and press the part with the power with some kind of sand or something very, very fine, and then put the part inside an oven to make it melt inside, to make it strong. It fuse all the plastic, but keep the shape. because it's inside this power, this sun. So it becomes very, very strong.
So it sounds like vulcanizing in a sand cast. Or
Yeah.
a sand.
But
Yeah.
it's melting all the nylon or all the plastic to make it strong.
Yeah,
To
it sounds like a vulcanizing process.
remove all the lines of the printing, you know, all the like barrels of plastic putting together, fused together. But this complete the fusion of all the plastic. I don't know what kind of process this, but I saw it in YouTube.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Roy can buy it in Shenzhen for $10.
Do what?
The robot.
There. Yeah. He probably can. He probably can find that. I think that's I don't know. I think that's a custom job. Maybe not.
Not able to see it.
Mm.
You want to show me that again?
Nope.
That's better.
It's got a claw on it.
I'm gonna try it with this.
And a controller. Yeah. It is what it is. It's not really working well.
But you could sit it on the table, maybe get it steady. Steadier. Yeah, that's better. Steadier. Man, that's a pretty good shot of it.
Yeah.
$82 plus $30 to have it shipped.
I'm gonna end up loving UPS.
I don't know, that looks like a custom job. That doesn't look like something you're gonna find. Might be wrong, but it looks like a custom job. Ooh, they're $1,400 for a Ross robot. I think.
Isn't that a little out of your price range there, Leroy?
A little. I am trying to convince Patty to let me buy a $1,600 robot dog though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Trying really hard. I bet Ray could find those in China cheap because that's where they're made at.
Dude, I bet I'm gonna find robot cats, robot dogs, robot dinosaurs. I bet there's gonna be just ungodly amount of stuff. I will run out of time.
You'll run out
And
you'll run out of money before you run out of store.
So this
yeah,
dog is like a watchdog kind of a thing, robot watchdog.
No, it's about the same size. It's a little tiny bit smaller, but it's about the same size as Boston Dynamics.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's made by a Chinese company. I forget who made it. But they basically stole Boston Dynamics and made their own and made it cheaper, made it affordable. But it's not it's not what you would call a clone of Boston Dynamics. It's more of an inspiration. They took inspiration from what Boston Dynamics did. Because it's definitely not the same. It's definitely not the same. But it's pretty impressive. I think I showed a video of it a couple weeks ago where it was walking on its front paws up steps. So it's a fairly impressive robot, and $1,600 seems like a decent price. So
Depends on who's buying it.
well, depends on why they're buying it. If they just want a robot dog to follow them around, or if they actually have a real use for it. I want it to carry groceries up the steps because I'm getting too lazy to carry groceries up the steps. What is that? 3D printed salt and heat.
Salt.
They use salt, yeah. And we find salt, press. And increase the temperature again to make it melt inside.
And that strengthens the print.
Yeah, all the it's strong in all directions instead of just in one direction.
Huh. That's interesting. That seems like something that you need to play with.
Look, this part is to fix 2 pieces in angle, and you want to have the strength in both directions.
Okay. Now, that almost looks like a resin print. Are they using resin to?
No, I think this is 3D printed, not normal.
So the salt is.
No, you have the piece, you have a base.
Yeah.
Put salt, this plastic part against salt, press, and
So
put the base inside an oven.
So the salt is baking inside of the.
Gives the part the shape of the part.
That is a pretty awesome idea. Yeah. I like it. I like it.
And you can use these nylon parts as a dice for a press for a lot of times.
I like it.
Ray, they have a skylight Chile there.
No.
Skyline Chili.
Ray looks very, very tired.
Yes, it's the time difference.
And he's still moving. He's still got stuff to do.
How long have you been there in China? How long? How many days?
Almost a week, but I've still got several days to go. So, yeah. I got 2 or 3 factories to visit today, and then 2 tomorrow. And
the Burger King in Shanghai is my happy place.
Yep.
After that,
So if I went to China, I would come back 50 pounds lighter because I wouldn't find anything to eat.
everything is different.
Chopsticks. That's why you lose weight.
That's why
Eating with chopsticks.
I would eat with my hands if I was hungry enough, but
And they
it
want
doesn't sound like there would be any food there I would like to eat.
they want to impress you, so the food is worse because everything is strange.
I remember, when I was in the service, I lived on hamburgers because they kept wanting to cook stuff that I didn't like. And they had a hamburger line and they had an everything else line. I lived on hamburgers.
You are in the safe line.
And I lost weight from it too, because all I was eating was hamburgers. Every now and then I would get French fries. I have no idea what that is.
Is it like citrusy?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It looks like a green orange. Now that I touch it, it's
Yeah.
like an orange. It's not right.
A lemon.
How does it smell?
Like an orange crossed with a tomato.
It smells like a jockstrap. I don't know what.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
I'm not sure I can identify with that.
It smells like a men's locker room. It smells bad. Really?
Cut it open, see what's inside.
I don't have a knife. They don't give you knives in China. And chopsticks just don't pierce the same way.
I Googled green orange and there is actually such a thing as a green orange. Why is my orange green? It does sort of look like that too.
I swear, there's no cutlery here. None.
How do they expect you to eat your green orange if there's no cutlery?
With a
Just
straw.
bite it. Just bite it.
I'm not gonna bite it.
I don't know if you had Ray in a foreign country, would you give him a knife? I'm just saying.
It's the same.
Can't really.
It looks kind of like it.
Yeah, it's it really does. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. There's actually a green orange.
All right, I'm gonna go see if I can cut into this thing.
Yeah, just roll out one of your lasers.
It actually it's an orange inside if it's what Google says it is. Now we can't leave. I'm curious about what this is. Hopefully he can cut into it before 7 minutes shows up.
Are we taking a bid on what this is on the inside?
Okay.
It looks like an orange.
It's
It
sweet.
certainly
It looks like an
does.
orange to me.
Actually, it looks kind of like a tangerine
Tangerine.
Yeah.
inside.
It's orange.
orange inside.
I'm not falling over. I'm not dead yet. So
What do you do? Cut that open with a spoon?
yeah, I just jabbed into it with a spoon. I might be dangerous with a knife. Yeah, I can do that with a spoon.
Yeah, apparently, according to Google, that's actually something they have in Asia.
That's a what?
It's an Asian thing. The green oranges are an Asian thing. So you're
I
probably
guess I'm in the right part of the country for that then.
Because apparently a bunch of people question why their oranges are green.
Because they're orange on the inside.
When they travel overseas.
Never saw that here.
It does taste a bit different though.
So it is citrusy though, right?
Yeah.
There are.
No, it just kind of surprises me because
there are
I was
red
at breakfast
oranges
yesterday.
also.
And they had regular
Orange.
oranges at the breakfast.
About blue oranges. Yeah. He's not dead. He's eating that green orange. He hasn't died yet.
And there's no seeds.
This is the red orange.
Mhm. They have red grapefruit
This
too.
is the, yeah, but this is another animal.
I like Florida oranges better.
They call-
But you're probably not going to starve yourself on
I tried
off of those or whatever.
blood orange.
It probably won't
Oh,
kill you.
yeah, yeah, I've had blood orange before. And blood grapefruit as well.
Ah, we're right to the 3-minute mark.
My daughter is in Italy right now. She started her 4-month study abroad.
Mhm.
And so she actually hated it her first week. Now she's got a job teaching children how to speak English, which is very interesting for her. Because these kids barely know how to speak Italian, but so she's immersing them into speaking English. But the reason I say that is because that's where I first had blood oranges, was in Italy.
I will eat an orange if it's dipped in sugar or something.
I used to drink the blood orange juice
Yeah,
in,
I've had orange.
in Montgomery. There's a cafe, European cafe. They have the blood orange.
Blood oranges, yeah. No, I don't think I've ever had a blood orange. I know I've had orange, a regular orange. I don't really like it, but I'll drink orange juice if I have to. I don't really like eating the fruit though.
Okay. So next week, at about this time for you guys, I will be in Shanghai or traveling to Shanghai because my flight, I don't know where I'll be. My flight's at like 5 p.m. Friday, but so that
Everything will
that
be
would be
normal.
significant.
Yeah,
I don't know
we'll just know where you are when you're there.
if I can communicate with you guys. I will. Okay, I'll try. I might be on a train, but I'll call in.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
this communications channel has been very good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Their time.
yeah.
Brought to you by China Wireless.
How much is that costing you?
We're not gonna go there.
So I am showing 6:59, so I think we're going to call it. We are virtual next week, right?
No, we're real.
We're real.
Yeah,
You
here
got
I am.
that? You got that fixed?
Yeah, well, it's for next month.
Oh, that was next month.
Yeah, this month is still good.
Okay, we're in person again next week. So
Okay.
Some of you are in
Some of
person
us.
next week.
some of us, we don't know where you are.
Mostly Norman, mostly Norman.
Okay, I'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.